Stand by. The program will begin soon.
An example yesterday I saw of this woman who's been here. I mean, we might even play this clip. She's been here 20 years. She has 3 kids who were born here. Her kids are married because of birthright citizenship, which is another subject that's coming up. And she's never bothered to even try to resolve her immigration status. Not in 20 years. She has never tried to resolve her immigration status. Not through Republican presidents, not through Democratic presidents, nothing. And so now, she's worried about being deported because they put out the sob story of this woman. Well, that's not the average person they're even looking at right now. The average person they're looking at crossed in the last 3 years are... CNN is cutting jobs to embrace the digital future. No, they're cutting jobs because, as I like to say, they suck. CNN is undergoing a significant restructuring, planning to lay off about 200 employees, which constitutes approximately 6% of its workforce. This move is part of a broader strategy under CEO Mark Thompson to pivot towards a digital-first approach, focusing on expanding digital subscriptions and reducing costs from traditional TV operations. Wait a minute. Didn't they already try the CNN subscription service, which failed miserably? Which, if you truly have compassion for trans kids, you would allow them to all go through puberty, because 90% of kids who think they're trans change their mind once they go through puberty. That puberty is the fix for most of the problems. But you guys want the medicalization of kids and sterilization of kids and medical and surgical altering of kids who can't make that decision at 12 years old or 13 years old. Goddess Diablo asks, why is it when I try to show empathy and concern, people always misconstrue it? Last time I asked someone if their mom at least got a good check from the clinic that botched the abortion. Oh. Oh, God. Damn it, AD. I think you just need to find a gentler tone.
Stand by. The program will begin soon.
I would be willing to bet everything I own that submitting a 22-minute video montage that shows the most egregious acts of violence you can find from that day, when the defendant in question is on that video for only 6 seconds and the scene walking calmly, is highly prejudicial and a violation of the defendant's due process rights. The person was found guilty and sentenced to 19 months in prison. Now, it took 2 hours to read through all of the documents that were in the case file. Every motion submitted by the defendant was denied. Every motion by the defendant was denied. How often does that happen? And every motion submitted by the government was granted. They turned a trespass misdemeanor that would have resulted in a $50 ticket into 5 misdemeanors and a felony charge by charging the defendant with a statute that would have required the Secret Service to rope off the section he was in, which they did not. They also charged him with a statute that would have been required them to prove Mike Pence was in the building at the time he walked through that corridor. He was not. And finally they used an Enron statute that the Supreme Court struck down. If you accept a pardon, you are admitting guilt. Period. That's the, because you can't be pardoned if you're not guilty.
Whether he can preemptive part, whether he can issue. President's reportedly asking his staff whether he can issue preemptive pardons for himself, his family members, Rudy Giuliani. There's a simple answer: no. No, Mr.
Oh,
that
you
would
can't?
Be a gross abuse
of
the presidential
it's
pardon
a
authority.
gross abuse of presidential pardon authority. Well, there you go. You accepted a pardon, Adam Kinzinger. You think you may have committed a crime. Oh, here, Jamie Raskin. Dirty Q-tip. Dirty Q-tip, Jamie Raskin. What else? What did he have to say?
Well, the seeking of pardons is
Yes, it's only on
powerful
one side.
demonstration of the consciousness of guilt. Or at least the consciousness that you may be in trouble.
Jamie
And that's
Raskin.
what's so shocking
Did he
about
get a pardon
this.
also? Wasn't he on
Well,
that committee?
The seeking of pardons is...
He was on that committee. I'm curious if you're going to condemn that part. You're going to condemn that pardon.
You know, Joe Biden pardoned a lot of people. Yeah, he should answer for that and explain.
Lots of murderers, lots of drug dealers, lots of people who killed people. Commuted the sentence of a couple murderers. One who, in fact, one drug dealer who people died from taking the drugs that they sold them.
Stand by. The program will begin soon.
The Obama-Aniston rumors have gone wild. Rumors have emerged on social media that suggest Barack and Michelle Obama might be heading towards divorce, with speculators linking Barack Obama to actress Jennifer Aniston. Most rumors have gained traction following Michelle Obama's absence from Jimmy Carter's funeral and the inauguration, and are based on tabloid stories and social media speculation without solid confirmation from the individuals involved. So far, they're still rumors, and I don't know why people are perpetuating them, but it is kind of fun to perpetuate rumors like that. No one's come out to out and out deny anything. That's the weird.
We should just take a deep breath and acknowledge the audacity.
The audacity!
Of a president who's so clearly concerned about his own criminal culpability.
Oh my God, his own criminal culpability and his son's business dealings. I know that they're talking about Joe Biden, aren't they?
And that of his family members.
Select a Boy asks, are cats really soul suckers? Yes. Yes. That's why I'm not into cats. Dogs, man. I'm a dog guy. Have it got to stay oddly. Is there an aisle in the grocery store that is less objectionable to have sex in? Where do you come up with this shit? Dude.
Trump has done something no person in the world has ever done before. A dead man, a dead politician, has risen.
Yes.
Somebody who 4 years ago at Davos, he's buried, a dead.
And I wonder how many people at Davos have been funding Donald Trump's demise that has failed. I wonder how many people at Davos, again, let me say it again. I wonder how many people at Davos have been funding what they had hoped would be Trump's demise. I bet you there's a few of them there. And didn't work, did it now? Didn't work now, did it?
Politically known to me. He's now returned. This is the greatest comeback in political history of a politician. And then, therefore, he thinks he can make it.
At the end of the show, every day on my show, if I put something on the screen or I'm talking about it, or it's a topic or an article that I'm presenting in this show, I provide links to every single thing that I've talked about. And even more, the ones I didn't even get to, I drop them in the chat at the end of the show, and also I drop them in the description. So if you want to find these articles, they will be in the links at the end of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only Dawg Knight.
Hey, I'm here. How about you? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as PDawgKnight on the internet. I don't know what I just did here, but something. Anyway, hi. Happy Friday. It's the 16th of May, 2021. 2025. Yeah, I'm Joe Bidening. Sorry.
You know the thing.
Anyway, lots of stuff that I just haven't even looked up yet because I got here later than even normal, but I still got a show started at a decent time, not great. And so we're gonna do it live. We're gonna pull a Bill O'Reilly and do it live. We're gonna do it live because I haven't even opened any. I've opened a few tabs, but I haven't opened enough to really be prepared for anything. I've only read a few things this morning, saw a bunch of videos, but we got Friday Q&A, so that'll be the best entertainment of the day. You know what I mean? So if you have questions, or if you can make up some questions, that'd be good too. Or if you want to talk about something in particular, I just drop it in that little question box at the top of the chat there. Also, if you haven't shared the stream, my lazy ass didn't even tweet it out until 30 seconds before the show. So if you can do that, that'd be great. I see some of you already doing that. I see the little notification thing coming up on X. So click that link, drop a let's go and a nice GIF. I don't know what the hell, a GIF, excuse me. And I have no idea what this, I put this GIF on here. I didn't even know what it was. Some guy run on the beach, but he's going. So there you go. If you haven't seen it, take a look. Anyway, good Lord, what? Anyway, so how y'all doing? I hope you have a good weekend planned. I have a concert this weekend. I'm in a local choir that performs twice a year, and I can only do the performances in the spring. But so we have a concert this weekend, tonight and tomorrow. I actually have a solo in one of the songs. That'll be fun. And so it's a busy weekend. Plus, I gotta start cleaning up our house before we leave for vacation, because we have a house sitter that I would like our house to be clean and tidy for. And it's, we keep it fairly clean, but just got to do some dusting and whatnot this week and get things ready, because, she's so kind to stay here and take care of our dog and all that stuff. So anyway, I hope you have good plans for the weekend. Let's get the whole thing. New Yee track. Yeah, I'm not. No. You're talking about I've saw clips of it and I'm like, yeah, he's definitely trying to, he's really definitely trying to stir up some shot, and he's doing a good job of it. So anyway, let's say hi to everybody and get this show on the road. First in the chat today, of course, the world is set right. Avocados Diabli. Who gets the bell? Congratulations. Also, good morning to the Pope. The Pope, there you go. The Pope, Tyrannius III, the Blessed Lich is in the house. Good morning also. GDSOB, bright and early. What's up? Green Badger Outdoors. K-Shaw, what up, Kirsten? Good morning also to Lord Stanhope. Mike Savage, Blarg. Anybody else here? It's Evan S. Here bright and early. Nice to have you here. On the honorable mention list of my favorite Canadians, Special K on Acid. Lewis is in the house, and that's everyone so far who's said something in the chat. There's more than, oh no, there's not. That's about it. Where the hell is everybody? Maybe it's just because I didn't put the notification out fast enough. Anyway, again, reminder, Friday Q&A. Ask a question. Ask me something. It can be about current events. We can look it up, and we can do whatever. I have. Oh yeah, and then what I was gonna do? I was gonna look through here real quick. Let me scan through this. Anything? Oh no. Let's see. Accuses. Oh no. Left-wing mega donor accused of sexually harassing employee. Oh, that's not good. What the hell's going on in there? So yeah, I got some articles. excuse me, that we certainly can go through. Dem representative trying to impeach Trump. Can't name Michigan cities he represents. Oh yeah, that was funny. I don't know if you saw that one either. This is that what's that dude's name? Shia. Anyway, sorry, I got a cough. I have to drink a little coffee. By the way, resist fascism. If it ever happens again, we must resist fascism. Whatever happened to old Dr. Fauci? I know he's laying on his megabucks. Oh, and James Comey too. James Comey is all over the news because of his he decided to put some Instagram posts of some things he saw on the beach. And yeah, probably not the smartest thing to do, but then again, James Comey was trying to promote a book. So, you know, any controversy that he can stir up will help promote his book. But he played dumb. He played stupid when he did this, and it's like, oh, good Lord. Anyway, let's get into this today. Holiday calendar. I almost forgot that too. What holiday is it today? Let's find out what the holidays are today, just to kill some time to give people a chance to get in here. And by the way, thanks to people who are, Al Green. I gotta put him over here. Did I put him over here somewhere? Yes, I did. Okay, good. Let me thank the people who are sharing the stream. That first. We'll do that first. Why isn't that clicking? Go. There we go. Okay. So as we scroll through here, thank you, Mike Savage, for dropping a let's go. Green Badger Outdoors with a little Smokey and the Bandit clip. Little Burt Reynolds. That's nice. Thank you, Cashapp, for liking the post. Ty Alexander with the daily woo, Ric Flair. And people sharing or retweeting the stream, Ty Alexander and Kirsten Shull, K-Shull. So thanks for doing that. I appreciate y'all. If you still have time to do it, I mean, it doesn't matter when you do it, just do it. Oh, is it National Fry Day? Is it? I did not know that. Hello, JB. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. So let's see if that's true. It's National Pizza Party Day. Oh man. Why didn't I know this? I love me some pizza. Here, let me see, you can see the whole screen there. Yeah, National Pizza Party Day, yippee. National Endangered Species Day. Join us in protecting endangered species on National Endangered Species Day. Let's work together to safeguard our planet. Well, wait a minute. If it's National Endangered Species Day, meaning like here, U.S., whatever, we don't have tigers in the United States. Why are they putting a tiger on National Endangered Species Day? Unless they're talking about tigers in the zoo that we manage or whatever. Who knows? National Barbecue Day. Hey, every day is National Barbecue Day to me. International Day of the Boy Child. I'm concerned. National Piercing Day. Oh, God. You don't need any more of that shit. National Love a Tree Day. Good God. That's weird, too. National Wear Purple for Peace Day. National Honor our LGBT Elders Day. What? They get more days than the month of June. God, every other day is some LGBTQ holiday shit. Good God. I mean, not, whatever. Be you, but I don't need to celebrate your ass every fucking month. National Sea Monkey Day, National Drawing Day, National Do Something Good for Your Neighbor Day, National Mimosa Day. Yeah, baby. Let's go to brunch and have a few mimosas. International Day of Light. God, there's a ton of them today. International Day of Light, NASCAR Day. What? Rev your engine to celebrate NASCAR Day with a special viewing party. Is this weekend? Is the 500 this weekend or something? Anyway, Shades Day, blue. National Bike to School Day. I am not in school anymore. National Bike to Work Day. So it's a bicycle day. Okay. Whatever that is. Who cares? All right, that's it. Enough of the holidays. These days are getting gayer and gayer as time goes by in both senses. Yes, because, yeah. BLT elders. No, we're not talking about bacon, lettuce, and tomato. Anyway, that calendar will be in the links today. And also, now, I know everyone here will be so excited to hear this day, because it's also, wait for it. I wish I had a drum roll on here. Do a drum roll in your head. It is WNBA opening day. Yippee. Hi, Trippy Liberty. What's up, my brother? It's opening day in the WNBA. Oh, boy. Bleacher Report. WNBA is back. At least they put Caitlyn in the picture this time, because they kind of, a lot of people who are talking about this leave Caitlyn Clark out, and she is single-handedly saving y'all's ass. Well, not really. Whoever told them not to strike, not to hold out for the season, is the one saving the WNBA's ass, because if they would have held out for the season, I think they know the optics would not have been good. A league that's never made money, and they're going to hold out for, their seat. Now, and apparently, though, the collective bargaining agreement and stuff, they're still working on that. And if they hold out from that, they're stupid. But let's see, Michelle Trefoya put something out here. I don't know if you knew who Paige Beckers is, and I'm not going to spend too much time on the WNBA today. Although I am actually interested in the WNBA. Not so much because it's the greatest basketball, although it's great women's basketball. I'm not saying it's not, but it for the average basketball viewer, it can be kind of boring, right? But I am interested because I'm just interested in how long the business of the WNBA continues and how they're going to continue and what they're going to do. I've already spent too much time on it. I know, but I have to, because it's almost. It's funny to me how controversial some of this shit is for people. So what is this? Paige Beckers. This ends the privilege debate in the WNBA. What does that mean?
After Paige Buchers doubled down on Caitlyn Clark's controversial comment over WNBA's white privilege.
What?
Michelle Tafoya immediately shut that argument down with a perfect response.
I don't even know
the highest earners in the WNBA. Number one, who's the highest paid WNBA, who has the biggest contract in the WNBA? Her name is Jackie Young. She is black.
Who?
She's the highest paid player.
I don't even know who that is.
You know who's second? Following Young in the second spot is Indiana Fever star Kelsey Mitchell.
I know who that is.
Kelsey Mitchell is black. She's the second highest paid player in the WNBA. And trailing her is...
But, okay, let me just stop right now. I guarantee you, and WNBA salaries. I guarantee you, Caitlyn Clark makes more money than anybody else in the WNBA. In fact, she might make more money than some of the owners, because she's I'm just saying. Well, not the owners, because the owners are they have other earnings. But yeah, the idea that the WNBA has some white privilege thing going on. Look, Caitlyn Clark should be the most highest paid person in the WNBA, because she brings in the most money of anybody by 20 times. But that's okay.
Jewel Lloyd is black. So the top three highest paid players in the WNBA are all black.
Okay, that doesn't, you know what? And it really doesn't mean anything. So anyway, if you're excited about WNBA opening day, today's your day. But for example, here's what I talk hoops. Happy WNBA opening day to those who celebrate. They put up these four people, none of which are Caitlyn Clark, and none of them. Let me see. I'm gonna see what the responses to this are. Get CC on that other square. You petty. Love this page. Laugh my ass, bro. You funny as fuck. Dallas up 1 million page. Okay. Anyway, no one gives a shit about me. The only reason I care about Paige, if you don't know who Paige Booker is, she's played for UConn. She's the #1 draft pick. A phenomenal basketball player. I'm not even playing. I've seen her play since she was in 7th grade, because I was still coaching AAU basketball back then, and I had girls teams. And I remember seeing Paige back then. She was a damn good player. She still is. Probably one of the better women players in the world. But nobody knows who the fuck she is unless you pay attention to women's basketball, which is a very niche product. All right, enough about the WNBA. Shut up, Marty. All right, other things trending. James Earl Jones is trending. Now, he passed away. I don't remember when he passed away. But some people were mad because people were using James Earl Jones' voice still for some Star Wars projects, right? Well, in this, they thought people were saying, oh, this family should sue, blah, 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 blah. Nope. It has been someone down here wears a scroll. Here it is. Someone here. Okay, so James Earl Jones did approve the rights to use Darth Vader's voice for AI before he passed away. That's good to know. Someone here. Because some people were bitching about this. So here it is. Yes, before his passing, James Earl Jones did sign over the rights to his voice, specifically for the character of Darth Vader. I didn't do that very well. To be replicated and used by AI. No, that's what's Darth Vader? Yes, before his passing, James Earl Jones did sign over the rights to his voice. I can't even do his voice. Anyway. So then the new Darth Vader AI teammate in Fortnite is James Earl Jones' voice recreated with the help of generative AI. The process was done in close consultation with the late actor's family. So they did approve it. Some people are mad, but you can get over it because James Earl Jones approves. Moving on. Kid Rock is trending. I haven't seen the clip, but let's just play it because I hear it's kind of funny. Let's try it. Here we go. Let's put the Kid Rock clip up here. He was on Fox News with this, I don't know this guy. What's this guy's name? Is that Jesse? What's his name? I can't remember his name. Anyway, Kid Rock is trending because of this clip.
When you play your concerts, do you ever see anybody with blue hair, armpit hair, female armpit hair?
Jesse Waters,
some of these people we're looking at, Kid, I don't know.
Man. Listen, I was just watching.
I'm not going to drink coffee before this.
And you know, we have this low birth rate in America, and it all made sense to me. It just hit me right now because who's going to sleep with these ugly ass, broke, crazy, deranged, TDS liberal women? I mean, you look at these rallies, it's like a bunch of women that no guy wants to sleep with, and a bunch of dudes that want to sleep with each other.
Oh. Have you seen what?
I mean, come on. Is he lying? Is he lying? No. A lot of people thought that was funny and are posting it left and right. So there you go. That's why Kid Rock is trending. All right, next. What else? Who's up here? Bruce Springsteen is trending because you know why Bruce Springsteen is trending. Some TDS shit, right? Bruce Springsteen was out on this tour or whatever, and I find it funny because I'm going to show you how Harry Sisson here's how Harry Sisson saw it, because everyone likes Harry Sisson, that little punk bitch. Anyway, here's Harry Sisson. Oh my God, Bruce Springsteen just demolished Trump on the opening night of his European tour in Manchester. Quote, America is currently in the hands of a corrupt, incompetent, treasonous administration. Trump won't like this one. Oh, yeah, I'm sure Donald Trump spends his time giving a fuck what Bruce Springsteen says. But anyway, where is it? There's a clip here. Here it is. Here's Bruce Springsteen on foreign soil bashing an American president. That's always a good thing.
That won't bow down to their ideological demands.
Bitch, you want us to bow down to your ideological commands. When they say that shit, it's not as if you want us to bow down to your bullshit too. Of course, if you're in power, you want to do what you were voted in to do. This shit pisses me off. Come on, Bruce.
Moving residents off American streets.
No, wait, what did he say? What did he say?
They're removing residents off American streets.
They're removing residents. Really, Bruce? Can an illegal alien be a resident? Well, of course. Notice his choice of words. He's not saying, oh, well, they're arresting people who have violated our laws and are in our country illegally, who did not cross our borders legally. No, residents. Well, yeah, if you cross our border illegally and you end up in some town and you live there, you're a resident. That doesn't mean you are allowed to be there, you dumbass. No, he said residents, not citizens. Hello, Green Badger Outdoors. What's up?
and without due process.
Oh, wrong again, Bruce. Wrong again. You don't know what due process means. You just listen to Democratic talking points. Due process for a person who crosses our border illegally is a little bit different than due process for someone who shoplifts. It's not the same thing. We have expedited removal of illegal aliens. Sorry to use a term that might hurt your feelings, Bruce. The due process is not the same. That's why I laugh when all these programs, oh, he didn't get due process. Well, first of all, the dude that they're bitching about the most, Arbrigo, Garcia, he's had more than due process. He's been through courts a couple times. He had a deportation order, okay? But that's not even what they're saying. They're saying, oh, well, they're kicking him out without due process. You know what they do if you go to England illegally? You go to prison for a year, and then you're deported. Of course, they're pretty lax on that shit, too. But anyway.
Of law are deporting them to foreign detention centers and prisons.
If they're criminals, yeah, that could happen.
This is all happening now.
Why did people come here to listen to you talk this bullshit, or they come to hear you play some music? I swear to God, that's why I won't even buy a ticket to his concerts. Because I actually liked his music a little bit back in the 80s and kind of 70-ish, whatever. And I didn't really know, but one of my good friends in my high school band turned me on to Bruce Springsteen. I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I like Clarence Clemens because I was a saxophone player too. So, but shut up, sing the fucking songs.
The majority of our elected representatives have failed.
No, they've done exactly what we wanted them to. Sorry.
Protect the American people.
You're not what are you talking? You weren't even just talking about American people, were you, Bruce? You weren't talking about American people. You were talking about non-American people who came across our border. Oh my God, this guy.
For the abuses of an unfit president and a rogue government.
And now the clapping seals are clapping. Fuck Bruce Springsteen, man. Fuck that dude. All right, somebody, Laverne Spicer, let's be honest. Does anybody really give a good goddamn what the fuck that old dried up, played out Bruce Springsteen thinks about President Trump? Nah. Oh, Trump did respond. I see the highly overrated Bruce Springsteen goes on a foreign country to speak badly about the President of the United States. Never liked him. Never liked his music for his radical left politics. And importantly, he's not a talented guy, just a pushy, obnoxious jerk who firmly supported crooked Joe Biden, a mentally incompetent fool, and our worst ever president who came close to destroying our country. If I wasn't elected, it would have been gone by now. Sleepy Joe didn't have a clue as to what he was doing, but Bruce Springsteen's dumb as a rock and couldn't see what was going on, or could he? Which is even worse. This dried out prune of a rocker, his skin is all atrophied, ought to keep his mouth shut until he gets back into the country. That's just standard fare. Then we'll all see how it goes for him. Well, thank you, Mr. President. So, they're removing residents off American Street without due process. That's the funniest shit about it. It's not American citizen. A resident is just somebody who's living somewhere. He's a resident, you know. Actually, I would say occupant because they're not even really residents. They don't necessarily have a home here. Anyway, enough about Bruce Springsteen. That was too long. Beto. Where is it? Beto is trending. Why? I have no freaking idea, but someone has this clip. Failed politician Beto O'Rourke joins the trend of Democrats admitting Joe Biden shouldn't have run for re-election as he was mentally gone. Oh my God, is he admitting it? Of course, Beto is failing to... What? Beto fails to admit it was ultimately Democrat open border gender ideology and globalist policies that lost the Democrats' election. So here's Beto's.
Just to be clear, Biden should not have run again.
No shit.
And to be even more clear, he failed his country in the most important job that he had. In fact, the entire rationale for his presidency the first time and the rationale he tried to sell us on for his attempt to run for
True.
re-election. Only I can stop Donald Trump.
Well,
and
wait.
It's not just you and me, but our kids and grandkids and generations that follow that might have to pay the price for this.
Why does my mouse not do these tabs? God, this
the
annoys
greatest
me.
country that this world has ever known. And it might be in part because of the decision that Biden and those around him made to run for re-election instead of having an open primary where the greatest talent that the Democratic Party can muster could be on that stage to have a competition of ideas and track record.
We're going to refresh this for a second. For some reason, I don't know what's going on with X, or is it my mouse? But on these X videos, for some reason, my mouse will not stop videos once they start. That's wild. There it goes. All right, let's see. We'll go. Well, we don't need to hear anymore. Anyway, Beto's trending because he actually admitted. Wait a minute. Did he admit that? He hasn't admitted that he was mentally incompetent yet, though. Let's try here. Come on, Beto. Come on, Beto. Now what the hell's going on? This shit's pissing me off. Beto's polling numbers must be at rock bottom for him to say this. Well, yeah, he's nowhere. All right, fuck it. We're not gonna do it. Done. That's why Beto's trending. Who else is on? Oh, Al Green. I'm not sure why Al Green either. Not the good Al Green. Not the not that Al Green. Why can't I think of an Al? Why can't I? What? Where the hell did that come from? I can't even think of an Al Green song right now. I'm embarrassed. He's just a great singer. What up, Richard Head? What's up? Gotta go, O-Dog. PDawg. We'll watch later. Well, Richard, I'm just glad you're here, man. It's been a while. Everyone say goodbye to Dick. Not Reverend Al Green. Reverend Al Green's a singer. Al Green, the Congress critter, apparently wants to impeach Trump again, but like I give a shit. He has filed impeachment articles against President Trump. Representative Green will soon receive the Shri Tanadar question. No, let's get it on. That's Marvin Gaye. Let's get it on. Oh, let's get it on. Make love, baby. That's Marvin Gaye. Anyway, let's see. Isn't it? Okay, I wasn't sure. Okay, Al Green. Is this Representative Al Green is watching Trump's daily accomplishments, and his only solution is to impeach the president. Let's see if this clip will work.
Bringing to the attention of everyone.
And like, when you hold up now. So, does he actually believe this is his finest moment? He actually puts a damn picture up of himself shaking his damn cane at the president. Does he truly believe this is his finest moment, that he would actually memorialize it with his own picture of himself?
The countdown.
The countdown
to impeachment.
Okay, let's see.
The countdown.
Are you sure it's the countdown?
Tonight, bringing to the attention of everyone.
Why is he doing this twice?
The countdown.
Why is it? Oh, I see. It's repeating. Oh yeah, let's stay together. Let's stay together, loving you ever, never, 'cause it's good, bad, happy, sad. Why do people wake up? That's not the right words. Whatever. Hello, anonymity. T2, I'll be back. All right. Let's anyway, let's see. Did he do this again? There have been 2 attempts to impeach Trump this week. Oh, they did a second one? I didn't realize he just did it again. He did it like in the first month of the presidency, he wanted to impeach Donald Trump. And now he's doing it again? which Laura Loomer says he's going to get the Shri what's-his-face's treatment. Let's see what this is.
Believe you're scamming the American people by filing impeachment articles against President Trump?
So this is that guy from Michigan.
Would you also like to answer
who
for your many failed business ventures, which have resulted in many lawsuits?
Okay, let's go. Let me. Speaking of this guy, I did have an article pulled up about this guy. This is Sri Tanadar. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So this is the first guy, this Sri Tanadar, who was trying to impeach Trump, and somebody caught him on the streets in Michigan, and he actually stopped to talk to the guy, and actually gave him a little interview. And it's kind of funny because he's representing an area of Detroit as a congressman, but apparently he's confused about a couple things. So let me play this clip real quick. Let me play this clip. Let me get this full size here. Hang on. Okay. Okay, here we go. Sorry, this is not cooperating here. Am I frozen? Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Here's the clip of this Sri Tanager, which the hair looks very unreal. It's like that's a bad wig or something. But anyway.
I don't know. What are the 5 Grosse Pointe cities?
Now, let me explain to you. Grosse Pointe is this area of Detroit that has basically 5 cities, kind of a wealthy area. But he represents this area, okay? He represents, his district includes the Grosse Pointe cities. What are the 5 Grosse Pointe cities?
Well, look, I'm not here to answer a quiz. I'm here to say that I'm going to fight for the people of Detroit.
Grosse Pointe.
I'm going to fight for my
and Grosse
constituents
Pointe
and all of the Grosse Pointes and all of Taylor and every part of the 13th district.
Can I just do this real quick?
Includes
Grosse Pointe Park, Grosse Pointe Woods, Grosse Pointe Farms, and Grosse Pointe Shores. Okay. You know,
there
on
it
the
is,
campaign
district.
filings, it says occupation. Yours says United States government. Aren't you employed by the people of the United States?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, you fix that one. Okay, and finally, you're getting nailed with this one. The beagles. You abandoned the beagles, left them to die in their cages at your pharmaceutical testing.
So if you don't know that story, so he had this failed business. I think he was doing some kind of testing that included testing on animals. And when they shut down his business, they didn't clean out the business. They left like 100 live beagles that they were going to use for testing, just left them in the building. And so when the people came in to come clear out the building, there's like all these like starving beagles in the building because they hadn't done anything with them. So anyway, that's that dude. All right, let's move on. Who else is trending right now? I got Al Green. Jack Posobiec, I don't know why he's trending. Some people are shitting on Jack Posobiec because apparently at some point he had also done this 86-46 thing. But I'm not sure. It doesn't really say why he's trending. So I'm going to skip Jack here. Let's talk about Comey, though. Comey's the big one today. James Comey. So James Comey's kind of playing dumb. He's been posting some stuff on Instagram. This is one of the things he posted, was this little 86-46. James Comey, cool shell formation on my beach walk. Now, you would think that just about anybody who knows how the word 86 is used in various places. For example, if you work in the restaurant industry, 86 means you're out of it, or you eliminate it from the choices, right? Because on your menu, because for some reason they ran out of something. So if they say you're doing a fried crocodile salad, okay? But you ran out of crocodile meat, and so you're supposed to be, it's supposed to be on your menu, but you don't have any crocodile meat because you just sold the last order of it that you have for the day. So you tell your wait staff and the dining staff, you say, okay, we are 86 crocodile meat. Take that off the menu, or make sure people don't do that, right? Yeah, see, the problem is he probably made those sheep. Yeah, he probably put them shells there himself. He didn't find that on the beach. Natural formation. So anyway, so he posted this, right? And then he decided that he was going to play dumb about it. And because people were getting an uproar at 86, kind of, you know, it's if coming from a former FBI director, that would be something like you're trying to make a message. You send a message. Hello, Woodcutter, by the way. It's like send it a message that you want to eliminate that 47. Now, who is 47? Oh, that might be the current president, which you should not do. That's a bad thing to do. And he decided to play dumb, and he posted this later. I posted earlier a picture of some shells I saw today on a beach walk. Oh, he just saw those? They were just there just like that? Sure, right. I didn't realize some folks associate those numbers with violence. Oh, yeah? Oh, you're in the FBI? You were an FBI director, and you were in the FBI. You'd think you know what that means. It never occurred to me, but I oppose violence of any kind, so I took the post down. No, you don't oppose violence of any kind. When you're in the FBI, you work for the fucking FBI. You don't oppose violence. Violence is a tool the FBI uses sometimes. Oh, play Drucker Zach's in the house. What up, Zach Osborne? How you doing? Anyway, so he tried to play dumb. He tried to play dumb, and people are dragging him over the coals for this. And apparently the Justice Department may be investigating him over it. Let's see, where's the thing about the Justice Department? Well, here, let me hang on a second. Let me close this. Oh, here we go. Secret Service launching an investigation into former FBI Director James Comey's 8647 Instagram post. Here we go. The Department of Homeland Security and the U.S. Secret Service have launched an investigation into an alarming social media post published by former FBI Director James Comey. Former FBI Director James Comey on Thursday shared an image on Instagram that many people saw as an unsubtle threat to President Donald Trump. Comey posted a photo of a rock formation on a sandy beach that spelled out 8647. Was he sending a message? Comey and captioned it, "Cool shell formation on my beach walks." And we saw it right there. Now, the number 86 has long been recognized as slang for kill, nix, eliminate, remove from your menu if you're in the restaurant industry, or we're out of something in the restaurant industry. Comey, how's that? Comey, who posted several photos from a beach on Emerald Isle, North Carolina in recent days, quickly deleted the post and issued a clarification claiming that he didn't realize the number 86 was associated with violence. We saw his bullshit post. Conservative influencers, including the president's oldest son, erupted in horror at the disgraced former G-Man's alarming post. Quote, "Just James Comey casually calling for my dad to be murdered," wrote Donald Trump Jr. on X. This is who the Dem media worships, demented. Members of Congress also registered their concern. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene posted on X, "How many times are Democrats going to try to assassinate President Trump?" Representative Andy Biggs wrote, "Disgraced former FBI Director James Comey is calling for President Trump to be eliminated." Biggs copied FBI Director Kash Patel and FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino on his post. "We are aware," this is a quote, "we are aware of the recent social media posts by former FBI Director James Comey directed at President Trump." Both Patel and Bongino responded on X. "We are in communication with the Secret Service and Director Curran. Primary jurisdiction is with the Secret Service on these matters, and we, the FBI, will provide all necessary support." DHS Secretary Kristi Noem wrote on X that Comey's post was being reviewed as an assassination threat and an appropriate investigation has been launched. Disgraced former FBI Director James Comey just called for the assassination of POTUS Trump. Noem said DHS and Secret Service is investigating this threat and will respond appropriately. Now, the former FBI director is an outspoken critic of the president and has previously stated that he saw Trump as morally unfit to serve as commander-in-chief. He signaled his support for failed Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Chameleon Harris by sharing another beach photo on October 10th, 2024, when he posted this on Instagram, Vote Harris. So anyway, Comey's now, do you think, okay, hello, Willie, what's up? Willie is in the chat. Do y'all think, do you think that was Comey being subtle? Do you think he knew what he was doing? Because here's the thing. It generated a lot of controversy, right? And yet, right soon after he took it down, because got people looking at his Instagram, right? Got people looking at his Instagram. As soon as he took it down, what did he post after that? He posted a little teaser for his new book. Do you think maybe he knew what would happen if he posted that and just kind of people got played? I'm just curious. I think he knew what he was doing. I think he knew what he was doing. But also, got to play with fire there. He's also being investigated for the Crossfire Hurricane stuff. He's not one of the people Joe Biden gave a preemptive pardon to. So I know that they're already looking at him and his role and you know, some of the shit he did, putting in spies in the Trump campaign, all kinds of stuff, trying to honeypot Trump, which he failed. So it makes you wonder what that is, right? It makes you wonder what that is. Let's see. Woodcutter says the shells could have actually said to kill Trump, and he would have said, what does the word kill even mean? Yeah, you know, it is. He's I think he's playing an unsubtle game, actually. But speaking of the FBI, we got an article here on National Pulse. Kash Patel crushes anti-Trump weaponization arm of the FBI. Under the orders of Director Kash Patel, the Washington Field Office of the Federal Bureau of Investigation has dismantled its Federal Public Corruption Squad, CR-15, which previously played a significant role in lawfare investigations related to President Donald John Trump. The CR-15 unit, one of 3 teams handling public corruption cases at the field office, was heavily involved in the Arctic Frost probe. This investigation served as a precursor to Special Counsel Jack Smith's failed inquiry into alleged efforts by Trump and his allies to overturn the contested 2020 election results. Both federal criminal cases against Trump stemming from those investigations were later dropped following his election triumph. Agent from the disbanded squad will be reassigned to other duties as the FBI shifts its focus towards immigration enforcement. This reallocation of resources coincides with the broader charges within the Department of Justice, which downsize, it should be charges. Maybe there will be some charges against some of these people who, you know, are kind of treasonous type deals, motherfuckers. Stemming from the investigation, blah, blah, blah. This reallocation of resources coincides with broader changes within the Department of Justice, which downsized its public integrity section earlier this year and saw resignations from members who opposed dropping a federal corruption case against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. Senate Judiciary Committee Chair Chuck Grassley, who has scrutinized CR-15's operations, welcomed the closure. My oversight has shown time and again how the FBI CR-15 unit was weaponized to execute one-sided political attacks, particularly against President Trump and his allies. That's what Grassley stated. He further emphasized the need for transparency and record preservation of his investigation, as his investigations continue. So, good, Kash. You're doing God's work, I guess. Stop that rationalization, or what did I say? Politicization, weaponization. That's what I meant. You know the thing.
You know the thing.
Let's see. I'm doing good. I want to do a healthy Q&A today, so I'm going to probably start with the articles early. Speaking of which, the Ed Martin has also teases potential target for his DOJ weaponization group's microscopes. Remember, Ed Martin was supposed to be, what was he supposed to be? Anyway, he's a newly appointed head of the Department of Justice Weaponization Working Group. And he revealed Thursday that he may spend time looking into bar associations for targeting conservative attorneys. That's another one, too. It's funny. They've been sanctioning a lot of the conservative attorneys. Martin, who says he is being targeted by the D.C. Office of Disciplinary Counsel, told the Daily Caller News he wants to expose the weaponization of the bar associations against lawyers. Quote, the bar associations exist with a sort of monopoly, but they also exist at the discretion of the courts, he said, noting that they mostly target conservatives. I've seen the impact on the legal system, not only advocates like myself who are targeted, but rank and file prosecutors who are abused by the system because the left wants to have sort of lawlessness. James Phelan, executive attorney of the D.C. Board of Professional Responsibility, told the Daily Caller that any matters involving allegations of disciplinary misconduct are confidential until disciplinary counsel brings charges. Disciplinary counsel at Hamilton Fox told the Daily Caller that investigations are confident until formal charges are brought. So I guess they both said the same damn thing. Martin revealed in a going away email to staff that he was under an ethics investigation by the D.C. Office of Disciplinary Counsel, Reuters reported Wednesday. Democratic lawmakers requested an investigation into Martin in March for allegedly abusing his position as interim U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, accusing him of dismissing charges against his own client and using the threat of prosecution to intimidate government employees and chill the speech of private citizens. The office previously declined in February to address a prior complaint against Martin for dismissing charges against a January 6th defendant he previously represented. So, I don't know. They need to get that shit straight, and the balance of the Lady Justice with the scales and shit. It should be like this. And for at least the last 4 years, it's been like this. Democrats good, Republicans you're fucked. So, or something like that. I don't know what that means. However that works, it's clearly been weaponized. So. Enough of that shit, bozos. Let's see. I got a bunch of other articles open, but I want to give some proper weight and balance to a special feature of the show, which I like to call, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the greatest part of the show of the week. Friday Q&A. It's Friday Q&A time, guys. And look, if you don't think the show is up to your standards, why don't you ask me a question about it? Or if there's things that I'm not talking about that you want me to talk about, well, ask a damn question. Hello, Reaction Puerto Rico. Yeah, ask a question then, because I am not messing around today. By the way, there are tons of articles in the aggregator today, lots of important stuff, and this is a great source of daily news if you check it out. In fact, it's here, the Ace of Spades headquarters, and this is their cover with James Comey. He shields shooters by the seashore. In fact, let's just go through this real quick, because the intro sometimes is his intro to the daily aggregation is often very good. He started this out by saying, "Good morning, kids." With a tempest in a teapot dome over the so-called gift from Qatar of a jumbo jet to President Trump still swirling, a friend had told me that supposedly the delivery of the jet had been arranged by Joey Spongebrain Shitpants in the last years of his junta. For the same reason President Trump is accepting delivery on behalf of the United States, and not him personally. Now, he says, I can't find reference to this anywhere online, but the salient facts as to why the jet is being accepted is and is sadly needed remain. So Buzz Patterson, we talked about him, who said he's a retired Air Force pilot, White House military aide, and carrier of the nuclear football, has stepped in to inject a dose of reality and firsthand experience into the conversation. While critics scramble to paint the move as some kind of scandal involving President Trump, Patterson makes clear that this is nothing new or scandalous and absolutely nothing that warrants the breathless outrage. Quote, I'm going to try one last time, Patterson began on a post on X. The Qatar B-747 was built in the United States by Boeing. They are offering a newer 747 to replace one of the two current Air Force Ones that have been flying for 40 years, which are tired and need to be replaced. The last point is key. The current Air Force One planes are aging relics that first entered service when Ronald Reagan was in the White House. Replacing them has been a long, slow, and thanks to a bureaucratic delays, frustrating process. Patterson, who served as a military aide during the Clinton administration and has flown on Air Force One over 100 times, says the Qatar aircraft would simply help fill the gap until Boeing completes its replacements, something that won't happen for years. In fact, 2029. They did the order in 2018, 2018. They ordered the plane in 2018, and it's going to take them 11 fucking years to deliver the first plane. So anyway, by the way, and also this deal was started by Joe Biden over a year ago. It's not like Donald Trump came to office and Qatar said, hey, let's give this motherfucker a $400 million gift. No, they were already talking about this a year ago. Who was a president a year ago? Sponge braid suit pants, as this guy says. Anyway, that's Friday Q&A. No more of that. Thank you, Avocados Diablo, for putting the proper spacing in the Friday Q&A for period posts, which is something you'd find in a transgender bathroom. I don't know. Anyway, Avocados Diablo with the first question. Would a slice a day keeps the Islam away be a good slogan for a baking company? You're going to get me banned. Yeah. I probably not. Probably, I don't know. I don't know that it'd be a good slogan. It's a little too real. And slogans usually are bullshit. Anyway, Avocados Diablo asks, have you ever woken up in your own bed, but your bed was somehow on a raft being paddled down the Mississippi by a humanoid alligator and a water buffalo named Billy Bob smoking Virginia Slims? Well, let me explain something to you real quick here, Avocados Diablo, because you said a water buffalo named Billy Bob smoking Virginia Slims. Yeah, that water buffalo's name is not Billy Bob. It's Billy Jean, because it's smoking Virginia Slims. You just didn't catch the clue. And the what did you say? Humanoid alligator? That sounds like some freaky deaky shit to me. So, no, I haven't, and I'm choosing not to. Richard Head, a.k.a. Dick, says, how long before the... Wait, Richard, you always do this to me. You write things, but unfortunately, and you're probably already gone, but your typing skills are almost as bad as mine, and I can't read it. How long before the... worked, watches up, and ditches. Why is Curdy? I sat 49 trillion. For once, I don't have an answer. I have no idea. Avocados Diablo asks, and if you're wondering, go into the question section and try to read Richard's question. If you could, in fact, here's what I want you to do. If you're paying attention right now. Go into the Q&A section, and about the third actual question is from Richard Head, our friend Dick. Can somebody, I'm asking you to translate that somehow, and you can't read them? Oh, I didn't know that. Here, let me see. Here. Okay, here, let me see if let me cut and paste it. Okay, here it is. I'm going to copy, and we're going to paste this in the chat. Okay? Translate this. And it doesn't, you can do it right answers or wrong answers, but translate that. Translate that, and we'll put it at the end of the Q&A. All right, Avocados Diabli asks, what toothpaste brand and flavor make the best cake icing? You know, is it Colgate or Crest that has a frost flavor that would be really good on a mint chocolate chip cake? I don't know. Actually, the whole thought of it's disgusting, but you know, I had to give you some kind of answer. Avocados Diabli asks, did you ever see about that road rage trial where they had the victim speak at the trial using AI because he was dead? No. Did that really happen? Did that really happen? Are you serious? Now, oh man, there's some really wild cases of, well, sentencing. There was one where these two, well, what is it? The kids stole a car. He was an illegal alien, underage, and they gave him probation or something. Or that, I mean, it was ridiculous. Killed a woman, and let him be out free. Oh, no, I did not see that one. Did you ever see that? Oh, okay, the Pope translated, how long before WhatsApp ditches U.S. currency? I don't know. I don't think they will. All right. Avocados Diabli. If a tortoise knocked on your door and asked you to use your phone to call the cops because his car was flipped over in a ditch after a hit and run, would you trust him or have yourself committed? Probably the latter, because that'd be weird. That'd be some weird shit. But, you know, it could happen. Lord Stanhope asks, before this stream, I witnessed several lovely Vietnamese women first deep fry, then saute what looked like whale testicles with spring vegetables. How do I live my life after witnessing this? Well, first of all, how did you? They looked like whale testicles. Like, how big were they? Like, how big was the pan? Because you said pan. Would you say pan fried? I mean, I'm thinking you would think whale testicles would be humongous, and you said that they saute, the deep fry, then saute. How big was would they use a fucking 55-gallon industrial drum to deep fry them? I have no idea how big whale testicles are. They could be like softballs for all I know. I have no idea, and I hope you are able to live out your life in peace. Avocados Diabli asks, if you found a bag full of 20 pounds of drugs, would you turn it in? Would you turn 1 pound into the cops, then wait to see in the article that would come out about what it was so you knew what you had? Because I would. No, I would not do that. I would just, no, I just turn them in, because you're still going to find out what they are. Or are you thinking about some resale value? I'm just curious what you're saying there. I don't want to know. Don't answer that. Lord Stanhope asks, what is the best way to prepare a potato that does not involve frying or the French? Wash it thoroughly, put a little olive oil over it, and throw it on the oven rack, straight on the rack, until it's soft inside, like 375 for about 55 minutes. I was very specific with the 55 minutes too. That would be it, without frying or the French. There you go. Okay, what do we got here? Lord Stanhope asks, about the WNBA. How do you have an entire league of women athletes and every last one is a dog? Oh, contraire, mon frere. Oh, contraire. Now, look, many of the women in the WNBA definitely are not the attractive types, and some are a little too tall for the rest of y'all. But there are also a few very fine individuals in the WNBA. Now, they don't necessarily always look their best while they're playing, because you don't have time to pay attention to that because the basketball's so bad. You're like, ugh, shit, that's terrible. But no, there are a few very fine individuals in the WNBA, but they are few and far between. You know, it's gotta pay attention to the roster pictures and shit. But no, there are a few. So that it's incorrect. Lord Stanhope asks, if you made the WNBA a lingerie basketball league, would it improve ratings? Oh, hell no. Because the second half of that answer is the rest of those non-fine WNBA players. Although, if you did a lingerie league of WNBA, a lingerie league, lingerie football, that thing, right? They specifically try to find people who look good too. So it wouldn't be the WNBA, but if you did a lingerie basketball league, you would take all the fine looking ladies who play basketball, and they wouldn't necessarily be all that good because, just because. But yeah, I bet it would make more money than the WNBA. Or no, it would be a niche sport. I don't think it would, but it'd be interesting, but I don't necessarily want to see that either, because that would be even worse basketball. To which some would say, who cares? Okay, next, Lord Stanhope asks, what's a good snack to have while binge watching pimple popper videos? Oh God. Oh God. Okay, first, I don't mean to ask a question with or answer a question with a question. Why would you be binge watching pimple popper videos? That's gross. That's just gross. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. What do you mean too tall? Well, I suppose, okay, let me come back to that question, JB, because I'm trying to follow both chats. The best, but if you are into pimple poppy videos, good snack to have a binge watch. Well, definitely not a bowl of cottage cheese or, squeezed sour cream. I don't know. Nachos? Because they're the all-purpose snack? I don't know. Lord Stanhope, AC/DC versus Led Zeppelin. Show your work. Ooh. Okay, look. They're just too different for me. Yes, they're both rock, but if you really listen to Led Zeppelin's a lot more bluesy, whereas AC/DC is just more driving. And I prefer the more bluesy now that I've actually come to appreciate Led Zeppelin a lot more now that I'm older. And you listen to some of that stuff and you're like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. That's really good. They were very innovative too, I thought. But so I'm gonna say Led Zeppelin. I'm not gonna show my work though. Avocados Diabli asks, since things taste like what they eat. Oh my God, the image that just came into my head. Anyway, since things taste like what they eat, is there an amount of chicken you could feed a cow to make it taste like chicken? Sure, you could just eat chicken, but where's the fun in that? No. Lord Stanhope asks, what's the best wine and cheese pairing you should take with you to your hemorrhoid removal surgery? Well, when I was in Wisconsin last weekend, there's a place called the Burnett County Dairy Cheese Factory Outlet. Okay, Burnett County Dairy and Cheese Factory Outlet, and they make some really, really good cheese there. And because it's Wisconsin, duh. But they also have a nice little restaurant. They sell ice cream. They have all kinds of little snacks and goodies you can buy all over the place, whatever. But they make a bacon onion, not bacon onion cheddar. Was it a bacon onion Colby cheese with just some nice plain Ritz crackers? That would be perfect for your hemorrhoids removal surgery. So I hope that answers your question. But you'd have to go to Wisconsin because I've never seen that variety of cheese ever. But bacon, onion, Colby, very good cheese. In fact, I bought a block of it when we were there. Okay, but I'm not having hemorrhoid surgery anytime soon. Avocados Diablo asks, seeing how many times Seashell speak to Comey, do you think maybe there is some Charlotte's Web shit going on with him and a hermit crab? Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah, and that crab is a bitch. All right. Avocados Diablo asks, should we liquidate Comey? What you mean? That doesn't mean to give him beverages. What do you mean? What do you mean that doesn't mean give him beverages? Heavens to Betsy, I never knew. Yeah, how about that, right? Right? Okay. Avocados Diablo asks, have you ever been watching a body cam channel and said to yourself, I don't even remember going to Branson. I see what you did there. No, I've never been to Branson, by the way. And no, so I would not show up on any body cam video there, but thanks for asking. Lord Stanhope asks, special can acid. I always bring two things with me when I need to talk to someone. $100 and a gun. Whoever the 100 don't work on, the gun does. And that's Tony Accardo. That's a quote. That's not a question, but I think you meant to put that in the chat. Okay. All right. Let me do. We're running out of questions here, and I have a lot of extra time. Okay. Well, that's okay. Lord Stanhope, Goodfellas versus Casino. You can't go wrong watching Goodfellas. I could watch Goodfellas once a week and not get it would not get old. Casino's a great movie, by the way. I love Casino too, but Goodfellas, that movie's the shit. I'm just saying. Avocados Diablo asks, what would someone have to do to you to make you shit in their hubcap and replace it on the wheel, then put a nail in their tire so they get a flat tire and have to change the tire? Wow, that's diabolical. Holy smokes. That's that's some crazy stuff, man. Oh, did I never reset the Superstar sponsor of the day? We have no sponsor today. Sorry, Tyre. I'm taking your name down because you are not the Streamlabs Superstar sponsor of the day. But if anyone wants to be the Superstar sponsor of the day, I'm taking donations. I got a trip. This trip we committed to. I don't know what we were thinking. Anyway, wow, what would someone have to do to make shit? I would do it just as that'd be like a great video, wouldn't it? That'd be just a great prank. Who needs someone to piss you off to do that? That's awesome. And it doesn't have to be a shit, I mean, shit would be, that'd be if you're mad at somebody. But, you could put some, rotten fish or something. You could put anything in that hubcap for people who still have hubcaps. It'd have to be someone who has a car with hubcaps, because, like, my truck doesn't have hubcaps. But anyway, what a great prank. You might have to buy him a whole new set of tires, though. All right, let's see. Where was that? Well, Lord Stanhope asks, what's a good book to read while getting a colonoscopy? Oh, man. 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Let's try. Someone, you know what? I need the chat to answer that one, because I'm sure there's some books that something about tunnels and caverns and caves and probes, and anyone got a good book that has anything to do with that? Answer that in the chat. The question was, what's a good book to read while getting a colonoscopy? If you can think of one. Wait, what is this? Perfect timing to come in here. What was it that the question you came in here for? Land of the Lost, that's a good one. 10,000 Liters Under Me, sure. Well, you know, something about volcanoes, too, because when you prep for a colonoscopy, it's like a volcano, just pointing down instead of up. The Diary of Anne Frank, Ben-Hur, oh, God. If you could read any of those books in that time, I don't know. All right, JB asks, do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. Do you know the Muffin Man? The one on Drury Lane? Yeah, he's always baking muffins. JB asks, there's an alligator in your bathtub, a gorilla in your closet, and a python under your bed. What do you do? Well, I would first make a call to animal control because, like, what the fuck? I would just leave. I may not ever come back. But actually, no. You know what you'd really do? This would be what you do. You call animal control, right? And you tell them these things. And they're not going to believe you. And then you stay outside with your video camera or phone or something, taking video, and you just video the door and see how long it takes for them to react or get those things out of there. That's what I would do. I'd be outside with the camera going, waiting. Wait till I'd have the door ready for them. I'd just be like, here, let's see how they do this shit. All right, let's see. JB asks, should I feel my mogwai after midnight? What the fuck is mogwai? Is that a bad smelling mogwai? Did I even? Oh my God! What? Mogwai official site store, Mogwai official store. What the hell's Mogwai? Is our Scottish post-rock band formed in 1995 in Glasgow. Are they the ones with the masks and shit? No, that's Gwar. Who? Hang on. Mogwai, if the stars had a sound, official trailer, YouTube. Mogwai, full performance, live on XEPT YouTube. Is that what you were talking about? The band? Mogwai? Mogwai is a sweet Scottish band. Okay, I'll check it out. I will. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put. Oh, shoot. I'm going to put. Oh, this is like a whole concert of Mogwai.
You're listening to KEXP. It's 90.3 FM here in Seattle, worldwide, KEXP.org. We are live in studio with Mogwai, and they're going to play some songs for us right here on the Midday Show.
All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave this link in the chat, in the links today. This will be in the links, and we'll listen to Mogwai later. I'll check that out. All right, back to questions. Avocados Diablo asks, is this the last question? It would have been, but then some people decided to jump in. Lord Stanhope, will you have a good weekend? Yeah, it's going to be busy, though. 2 concerts and some house cleaning, so it'll be good. And then Lord Stanhope asks, will you have a good weekend? I think I just answered that. And finally, it's not really a question, but the last statement on Friday Q&A comes from Avocados Diablo. Mogwai were in Gremlins, for fuck's sake. You know you can't feed them after midnight. Oh, that's the other Mogwai. That's okay. Someone was mentioning Gremlins in the chat. Gizmo from Gremlins, gotcha. Okay, that's it. All right, that's it for Friday Q&A. We're closing the box because I'm done answering questions. Guys, we've had a fun week. I appreciate you joining me today on the Morning Night Live. Let's get this thing going here. I already got this ready, so let's do links and get the hell out of here. I hope you all have a good weekend. Fire up the queue this weekend. It's if you're in the state because the weather's nice. Do something fun. Do something nice for a significant other, or do something nice for a stranger, which is sometimes even more can be more satisfying because. Just when you do something nice for a stranger and they really appreciate it, it's kind of a cool thing. So do something like that. Anyway, that's it. I gotta go. Here come the links from the chat. Here are the links. There you go. For today's show, they'll be in the description too. That's it, guys. Got to go. Oh wait, can I do something nice for myself instead? Well, that would make you happy. So yeah, so there you go. And number one, hello, number one. All right, thanks, guys. I got to go. My name's Dawg Knight, and I am out of here. See you Monday. Hey, this is Dawg Knight, and thank you for watching today on the Dawg Knight channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterwards so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all the supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through Streamlabs, YouTube, Venmo, and Cashapp, which are all linked in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here.